Hey everybody, welcome back to A Place to Heal. You know, I normally don't like to do these videos in the wintertime here in my kitchen because for some reason I have I have to kind of get low so I can get the light. I have really bad lighting here in the winter. It's really dark, so I hope that, you know, maybe if I squat a little, I could do this a little better for you guys. Okay, so the reason that I'm doing this today is because I've had a lot of emails from you guys telling me that you have really bad colon problems and you're taking pills and you're taking this and you're taking that. And, you know, the problem with that is that when you're taking pills, if you're not absorbing your food and you're not absorbing the nutrients, you're definitely not absorbing those pills either. There's been many an autopsy done where they've actually opened someone up and there's a bunch of undigested pills in their stomach, or the capsules, the empty capsules in their stomach, because they don't get digested. You're not digesting your food. So the first thing that I always recommend to everyone is go see a colon therapist. These people know what they're doing. They're professionals. You know, they'll work with you anywhere from an hour to 2 hours and get your colon fixed and right. Or if you can't do that, or you don't have the funds to do that, home enemas are the best thing. Even warm water, just warm water enemas will work. But what I'm hearing from a lot of you is that you live in rural areas where there are no colon therapists, you know, and you don't have that available to you. Or, you know, you can't do enemas because of weight issues or knee issues or back issues. You know, you can't get down on the ground, and then if you get down, you can't get back up, or whatever the case may be. So today, this video is for you guys. I have a friend that's from Mexico, and you know how I love to bring you healing stuff from other countries that we don't see here and we don't hear about here. Okay, so what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you, actually I'm going to get started on this right now. What I'm going to show you is a video on how to clean your colon in 7 days. If you ever go to, oh, these are sharp. If you ever go to countries outside of the U.S., these have pricklies, very sharp pricklies that will make you bleed. If you ever go outside countries of the U.S., you're going to notice that their water is not the cleanest. And you're also going to notice that their food is also, you know, not of the cleanest hygiene. So we here in the United States, simply from eating meat and eating all this other stuff, the acid foods and stuff, we create a lot of parasites in our colon. A lot of people don't like to even think about that, but I mean, it's the honest truth. And everyone has parasites to one extent or another. What I'm doing here is this is called a Nopal. If you're here in the United States, you're better off knowing it as a prickly pear cactus. And the prickly pear cactus has a beautiful fruit. But today we're not going to be eating the fruit. We're actually going to be eating the pads. Okay, so what I'm doing here is the spines are growing towards me. I'm going against them with a paring knife, and I'm just sliding my knife across them to get all of those sharp pricklies off of there. And what I started doing in the beginning was I just went all the way around and took the ones off so that I can actually, you know, hold the pad and not get stung by these little stingers. So anyway, when you go to these foreign countries, their stuff is a little less sanitary, and it's a lot easier to even be more inundated with parasites, much larger parasites, and much more dangerous parasites because of the water being so not clean and the food being so not clean. So I spoke to my Latin friend who happens to be from deep Mexico, and he decided, he was gracious enough to share this beautiful recipe with me that has been in his in his family for generations. And what they do, see, it's okay if you cut a little bit of the skin off. What you do is you take this for 7 days, and they do this once a year to kill the parasites in their stomach and to completely clean out their colon, because they don't have colon therapists. You know, they don't have access to you know, to decent enema equipment like we do here. You know, so if you're one of these people that you know, you don't have a way of cleaning the colon, this gentleman friend of mine was so gracious enough to share this recipe with me so that I can share it with you guys, because I think, you know, gifts come in all shapes and sizes, right? I mean, sometimes it's just a gift that you can give someone as easy as cleaning out their colon. Let me rinse this out real quick. Okay, so once this is, you're going to notice it's a little slimy. It's almost like aloe vera. Okay, and what we're going to do, I've got 2 of them. You're going to need 2 of them. I'm going to put the recipe down below, so don't worry about that. Okay, and you're going to have 2 pads, and they've already been, you know, taken all that stuff off. I think I missed one right here. No, I didn't. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut it up in nice small pieces, because what we're going to do is we're going to do this in the blender today. Okay, and you don't want to do this in a juicer, because one of the ways that this is going to clean your colon is that it's actually got a lot of fiber, and you don't want, whoops, you don't want that fiber taken out. Okay, so we're going to put those in there. Okay, cut the other one up real good. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to drink this for 7 days. And you're going to drink it 3 times a day. When you first start this, you definitely do not want to start it on a day when you're going to work, okay? Because you have no idea how this is going to affect your colon. And it does start to work on day 1. I mean, it'll start purging your colon on day 1. So you want to do it, you know, while you're at home. You want to do it while you're at home so you can see. You're going to drink anywhere from 4 ounces to 8 ounces at each sitting, and you're going to drink it 3 times a day. You're going to drink once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and then once at night. And you're going to be the deciding factor whether you're going to have 4 ounces or 6 ounces or 8 ounces, depending on, you know, how fast this makes you work. Okay, so we're going to take 4 stalks of celery. I'm going to cut those up real good. I'm not going to get into all the stuff that this has in it, because this video would be 2 hours long, okay? Because this has, I mean, it's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, it purges your colon, it gets all your liver juices going. I mean, it's on and on and on. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, antioxidant, from the stuff that we're going to be putting in here. Okay, so I'm not going to get into all that. Or did I just get into all that? Okay, so now you're going to get all your, and if you're like me, you have just your regular, you know, Acme blender. So I'm going to have to do this in a couple of sections. This is distilled water. Normally I drink spring water, but the reason that I am drinking distilled water for this recipe is because distilled water will pull out toxins from your colon, and it will also pull out any metals that you might have in your colon. So you want to use distilled water for this recipe. Normally you don't want to drink a lot of distilled water, because if you drink a lot of distilled water, it not only pulls out all the toxins from your colon and all the metals, but it also pulls out minerals, and after a while you're going to end up, you know, with not a lot of minerals. So, okay, and I'm going to turn this on, and then I'll be right back. I'm going to save you all, spare you all the noise. All right, be right back. Okay, and we're back. So what I've done is I've just let this just go to town for like 3 minutes so that it's nice and smooth and there's nothing in there that is chunky. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, I'll just put that aside. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a papaya. Now, this is a Mexican papaya, but you can get a Hawaiian papaya. They're a little smaller. It doesn't matter. And when you get your papaya and you split it right down the middle, you're going to split it open, and it's going to look like this. So every fruit benefits a certain part of the body. If you look at mushrooms and you look at them up close, you're going to notice that it looks just like your ear. Papayas, ladies, if you notice it, you can see what it looks like, and yes, that is what it helps. So what we're going to do, if you're going to notice, that papayas have a whole bunch of these little seeds in there, okay, or what I like to call, they're not going to have to be there any longer if I keep dropping them, what I like to call little pills, and I'll show you what those little pills are for. Okay, because what you want to do is you want to take 1 tablespoon of those little pills, 2 tablespoons, so it'll just be the 1, and you want to add those to your blender. Now, what those little pills do is they kill parasites. Okay, they're parasitic. So as you're doing this bowel cleanse, it's also going to be killing the parasites in your bowels. Okay, papaya is pretty simple. You just peel it. Basically, think of it as like coring an apple in half, and you know. So you're going to add a whole papaya in there. This is going to activate your bowels. It kind of looks like a cantaloupe. If you want, you can actually save the rest of these little seeds, and you can eat 1 spoonful a day, and that will also help kill more parasites. I love papaya. Just cannot say enough good things about papaya and its enzymes and everything else. They're great. And this is going to get your bowels really moving. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is that you're going to drink this 3 times a day for 7 days. After 7 days, if anything is left in that jar, you want to throw it away. You don't want to continue it. Normally on the first day, I like to wait at least 3 to 6 hours before I drink it, because the colder that it is, and the more that those enzymes have activated, the better that it's going to taste. Not that it doesn't taste, not that it tastes bad, but you know. And you know, I don't want to hear any excuses on this one, because normally people say, oh, I don't want to juice every day. That's a pain in the butt. Well, this one you don't have to. I mean, you don't even have to juice. You don't even need a juicer. You just need a blender. And it doesn't even have to be a great blender. It could be just your average run-of-the-mill, you know, Target, Walmart, Kmart blender. So there you go. Okay. So you're going to take this, like I said, for 7 days. The first day, you only have to take it once, twice. as soon as it gets cold. And then after the 7th day, you are done with your cleanse, and you throw any remaining. Normally, I don't have anything remaining. I will, add and subtract, cut back, drink more, and make sure that I have drank everything. Okay, so to this, we're going to add more water, because one of the best colon cleanses in the world, water. Nothing cleanses your colon better. And that's, I'm glad I said that, because one of the things that you do want to do during this colon cleanse is you definitely want to drink at least 6 glasses of water with this, because as it's purging your colon, you want to be able to move that stuff out. Okay, so we're going to spin again, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. All right, so you have now mixed the papaya, and we're going to add the papaya in there. I'm going to need a bigger jar. Okay, and last but not least is your fruit. You are going to need 4 oranges and 3 large lemons. So this part, you can actually, if you have a juicer, you're actually free to juice your oranges and juice your lemons, and then throw them into this mix. Okay, so I'm gonna spare you the whole cutting and squeezing part, and I'll return once I have all this citrus squeezed out. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so here I have my celery, my nopal, and my papaya, and I've just blended up my oranges and my lemons. So what I'm going to do is, I need a bigger jar. So I'm going to pour everything, and hopefully this jar is big enough. Make sure I get all those seeds in there. Go. And now on this part, where you notice it's very, very thick, depending on your liking. I like mine a little more watered down than that. I don't like mine very thick, so you can add water to it. I think I'm going to add a little more. Basically, I'm going to make a gallon of this stuff. Oops, wrong one. And I'm going to mix it up real good. And this stuff does get better tasting, like I said, after it's been in the refrigerator for 3 to 6 hours. And it also ferments because of all the stuff in it. And that is perfectly fine. You want that. You just don't want to drink this after 7 days. If there's anything left, you want to dump it. So today is going to be the first day of my lovely cleanse. Doesn't look too bad. It doesn't taste bad either. If you want to add more oranges, you're free to add 1 or 2 more oranges to give it a little bit better taste. If you want to add more lemons, that's also up to you. You can add 1 or 2 more lemons, and like I said, you can always add a little bit of more water or a little bit of less water, depending on how you like it. But I do want to caution you again. This stuff does start to work the very first day that you use it. So if you are at work, you better hope that you're very close to a bathroom and you have a boss that understands you going every every hour or so, because this stuff will purge your entire colon from one end of the colon to the other, and it will do it in 7 days, but you have to do it for 7 days. And I want to thank Miguel so much for sharing this recipe with me and for allowing me to share this recipe with my viewers and help them to clean their colon and not have to spend $150 on pills that are probably not going to work and they're not going to do the trick. And how simple was this? I found the Nopal, the prickly pear cactus. I found them at Walmart. I think they were $1 a pad. They were very cheap. It was like $2. 3 oranges, $2. I think for the whole thing, it ran me like $12. And $12, you have a week's worth. If you drink it before the week is up, that's fine. You want to do a gallon. And I usually, the first glass that I drink a nice big 10-ounce glass of this stuff. But you only have to drink 4 ounces at a time, and you have to do it 3 times a day. And by the end of the week, your colon will be healthy and it will be happy. All right, till next time. I think I'm going to be bringing you some awesome raw salad dressings, because that's what I'm into right now. I can't find a single salad dressing that isn't full of junk or that tastes really, really good. So I've been working with a raw food chef, and she's shared some recipes with me, and I'm going to try some of them out, and the ones that I absolutely love, I'm going to be bringing to you. All right, till next time, be good to your colon. Bye-bye.